I'm going to show you how to do a buttonhole. There's a lot of different ways to do buttonholes out there, and your pattern will usually tell you what kind of buttonhole you need to use. And there's some simple buttonholes and there's some more complicated buttonholes, and a lot of it will depend on how much strength you need around that buttonhole and also the size of your button. So right now I'm just going to show you how to do a really simple buttonhole for a small button, and this is a yarn over buttonhole. This is probably the easiest kind of buttonhole to do. But what you do is you work to the place in your knitting where you're going to place your buttonhole. And then you can either do this before or after the yarn over, it doesn't matter, but at some point you need to knit 2 stitches together. And then do a yarn over, and then continue knitting. So the reason that you have to knit the 2 stitches together, obviously, is because you're doing a yarn over and you don't want to add a stitch into your knitting. You just want to create a little hole for the button. And then when you go to work at the back side of your knitting, you're just going to knit that yarn over just like it's a regular stitch. And this will create just a little buttonhole. This is great for like maybe decorative buttons or buttons on children's sweaters or something like that, something where you're going to have small buttons. And then that's about the size of it. It's just a little buttonhole like that. And if you need to do, if you want to use the yarn over technique, but you want a little bit of a larger buttonhole, you can do that. Just knit to another place, and we'll do another buttonhole here. If you're going to do a larger one, what I would do is knit 2 stitches together before your yarn over. And then when you do your yarn over, wrap it twice. And then at the other side, you'll need to do another decrease because you wrapped it twice. So I'll do an SSK on the other side, and we do have videos on how to do these decreases if you don't already know how to do them. And then that will just create a little bit of a larger buttonhole. But it's the same idea. Personally, I don't like to use the one where you do the 2 wrap overs because I think it starts to look a little sloppy at that point. So if you're going to do, if you need something bigger, I would recommend using a different type of buttonhole. Because when you get them too big and you don't have enough support around them, then you know they're going to get kind of saggy after a while. But you can see it does make a good bit larger buttonhole. And that's how you do the yarn over buttonhole.